Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're nice and dry after a wet couple of days here in California. We're drying out. It's nice to know. And this is episode 264 of Fine Music. Our leadoff man is back in the leadoff slot. Fred, take it away.
Today I'm going to talk about three female artists. The first one is Julie Byrne. She's sort of considered a singer-songwriter, folk singer, but she's bounced up her ability to spread her wings and create a lush atmosphere with harps, synthesizers, piano. It's a beautiful album. It's called The Greater Wings. It's a brand new album. Her last album, Not Even Happiness, came out in 2017 and was at the top of everyone's list of albums of the year. When she was recording this album with her collaborator and boyfriend, and he died in the middle of this recording, Eric Littman, who has his own career going. And she stopped for a little bit and then continued on, and the songs just gravitate to meditations on life, passing of moments, and life and death and friendship. She's searching for a lot of different possibilities of musical possibilities in her work. Even though it's been 6 years since her last album, this picks up where the Not Even Happiness left off. It's a grand, heartfelt piece of work. And even though there's a lot of songs about mourning, she's also singing about renewal. There's some great songs, Summer Glass, Greater Wings, the title track, Moonless. It's vivid, intimate, and it's a great return to wonderful songwriting. And her voice reminds me of Hope Sandal
Hope
and
Sandoval,
Cat
yeah.
Power. It's
I
a
love both
dazzling
of them.
piece of work. And someone said it's a reward and a renewal commitment to human connection. And listening to this album, you can make a connection with it also. The next female I'd like to talk about is very familiar probably to a lot of people, is Rikki Lee Jones.
Oh, I love her.
Pieces of
My
Treasure.
mom loves her too. We both saw her in 2009.
And this album is an American standards album. And at first I thought, why do I need to listen to another recording of some pop singer doing American standards when I've got, well, 20 different jazz artists doing them and other people. I mean, Carly Simon was the first person to really cover standards in her album Torch. And then Linda Ronstadt came along and blew the roof off of it. And Rod Stewart picks it up and Paul McCartney, even Dylan does it for 3 albums. So, but her voice hooks you in. It brings you to wanting to sit down and listen to this album. She has the experience and the know-how how to pull it off. There's a sparseness in the arrangements, and she focuses on the rich lyrics. The first song that starts the album, she almost sounds like jazz singer Jimmy Scott. She has Ralph Malone on guitar, who played for many years with Diane Krall. So she's got a great combo backing her up. They're deep and rich vocals. She does One for the Road, Just in Time. They can't take that away from me. She knows how to croon these lyrics in just the right way and captures the timelessness of it. She creates a incredible atmosphere and captures the drama of the lyrics and quietly and comfortably hooks you in. I would say take the time to listen to it if you can stream it. It's a great album. The third album I'd like to talk about, and the third woman, is Bettye LaVette. 77 years old, and she's still got the chops. The new album is called LaVette with an exclamation mark. It's a tribute to an underappreciated blues folk singer-songwriter, Randall Bramlett. He was once part of Sea Level. It's funky. It starts out with a song. There's a funky Plan B, the name of a song. And she has, she's produced by the drummer and producer Steve Jordan, who did the Rolling Stones. And it features even Steve Winwood on the album, and Larry Campbell, who played with Dylan, and Ray Parker Jr. on bass. And he adds some real great funk to some of the songs, and even John Mayer is on this album. She sings a song in funky Plan B, rhythm and blues in the back of my mind, champagne and a joint will just do me fine. And that sets the pace for the whole album. That's the attitude she has. She brings soul and sass to these songs of Randall's. The Southern rock beat, she captures the humor of it, and she also captures the dark side of it. She's the countess of this and of this soul rock album. And there's some other great songs on it, like Don't Get Me Started, and she does a great ballad, I'm Not Gonna Waste My Love. And some writer wrote, it's all Betty's world, and we're just the exclamation point. And that's what I think. This whole album is one big explanation point of her career. Go Bettye.
Hey, does Bettye spell her name differently than the standard spelling? For Bettye, does she spell it in a different way?
Bettye?
Yeah.
Bettye, and then capital L, A, capital Vette.
Got it. I never want to get those things wrong, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, Rikki Lee Jones, like Spencer was saying, she was the bee's knees in 1979, that's for sure.
She's got an incredible career. You know, she went to Muscle Shoals, got sent down by Atlantic Atco Records, and they didn't release the album, and her career bottomed out.
Oh.
And in, I don't know what it was, the 90s or the early 2000s, a French company got a hold of a recording of that album and then went to Atco and got the rights to release it in Europe. And it became a huge hit. And ever since, she's been an international star. She really didn't get much acclaim until her late years. So I got to see her on Santa Monica Pier. She was incredible.
That must have been.
Where did you see her, Spence?
She recorded an album with, well, her first album was produced by Joe Henry for Anti Records. Second album she recorded when her career took off again was Patterson Hood, and the Drive-By Truckers backed her up on the album.
Whoa, that sounds incredible.
Yeah, it's a great album. He promised he wouldn't embarrass her at all, and she trusted him, and it's a great album. And so she's been recording. She recorded an album of interpretations of Dylan's songs. She pulls it off incredibly. She did an album of British rock. And, you know, almost year after year, she comes out with an album that's just knocks your socks off, if you like soul music.
Time to take a look back at Rikki Lee Jones for sure. Wow.
Great about Rikki Lee is she's not really soul so much as a hybrid of folk, soul,
Yeah,
jazz, and rock. She's kind of all of those things.
yeah.
One of my own songs that I did recently was inspired by her.
Were you guys at the same concert?
2009, it was July at Echo Park.
Oh, wow.
Not Santa Monica. Okay. Just checking. All right. Thank you, Fred. That's a great lead off for today. 3 artists worth checking out after you watch these episodes. Yeah. Okay. That was 264. Those numbers just keep climbing, and stay tuned for 265.